Alrighty, hello boys and girls, and welcome back to some Elden Ring. Well, it's not been that long. I've been, like, diving into this game hardcore. But I'm no longer sick. I was sick recently, and, there's a bird up there. Interesting. Interesting. As you guys know, I was sick recently. I've had a whole lot going on recently, like, oh, did I ever explore this? I explored this, right? Yeah, because it's like zombies and there's a fire breather thing up here. Yep, I explored this. Alright, so, before I get too terribly distracted, I want to go over what I want to do in the episode, which is I want to go to that Erd tree, and I want to handle the, Storm Veil Fort, Mistwood Fort or whatever, that the guy asked me to go check out in the other episode a while back. Now, of course, I would have to deal with, you know, something. We're just gonna hurl moons. Because, you know, that seems like a really effective method. He lived. Okay. I mean, the moon did work pretty well. Just didn't quite one shot. I need a better staff. I need to get it finished, upgraded. Alright. I got a death bird thing over there. I got a pair of dogs here. Ooh, shit. Alright, dog down. This one should die in just a couple. Oh. His despawning scared me. It's really hard to maintain commentary over this game, to be honest with you, because of the fact that it really draws me in. And ooh, Whirl o' Flame. Interesting. It looks like an incantation, though, not a spell. I want spells, damn it. But this game is really good at just, like, drawing my attention in. And it makes me want to focus on it. This bird is terrifying. Holy shit. Ow. I'm dead. Yep. So that coming a mile away. Why is my timer not going? I started the timer. Go, timer, go, I say. Alright, watch out for the bird. Definitely try and sneak up on him and kill him real freaking fast, because he's a dangerous one. I did get this spawn point here, which is actually really good. So I can two-shot these guys as long as I get a charged stealth attack. See, this is what I'm talking about. It makes me want to talk about the game. But I actually want to talk about a little bit about what I've been going through, because I'm just really annoyed right now. Because, as you guys know, I was in a car crash recently. And it was, you know, I mean, it was really bad for the car. But I myself was relatively okay. But, after the crash, somebody happened upon the site. Like, they came across me. And on the one hand, it kind of worked out, because I was having a hard time finding my phone and I needed to find it. But on the other hand, before they talked to me, they called 911. So they called a paramedic for me that I didn't want or need. But I'm young still, at least relatively speaking, and I've never had to deal with anything like this before, so I didn't really know what I was doing or what was going on. And it was a really stressful, tense, adrenaline-filled experience for me. And so these people show up, and of course they call 911, and I don't know this. And then, oh, can't jump on that? That's a shame. And then they come talk to me, and they let me use their phone to call my phone so I can find it. And then I get my phone, and I call my mom, who's already on her way home, or at least about to already be on her way home. And I let her know what's going on, and so she comes down there, and when she gets there, oh, you bastard. You know, we're talking about my injuries and stuff, and this ambulance shows up. And of course, the other people have left by now, and of course, you're supposed to call 911 when it happens, because you need to get a sheriff out there, or at least an officer out there, to appraise the damage when you've crashed. I do know that. I've crashed one other time before, so I did know that going into it. so the officer showed up, and we were talking to the officer, and everything was fine. It looked like he didn't even notice any damage to the tree, and I'm not even sure if there was any. But either way, that was a non-issue. But the ambulance shows up, and the paramedics are talking to me, and while I'm talking to the paramedics, they're like, okay, well, we're gonna put you in the ambulance so we can run a couple of tests. And I'm like, okay, I'm being told to get in the ambulance so they can check, like my blood pressure and heart rate and like mental faculties and stuff, make sure I'm not, going brain dead. And so I'm in the ambulance that I did not call or ask for, and all of a sudden we're just leaving. They didn't tell me we were leaving. I didn't ask to go anywhere. We were just leaving. And I'm like, okay, this is weird, but I've never been in this position before. Maybe this is normal. So we start driving away, and before I ever got in the ambulance, they talked to us, and they were like, hey, if we go somewhere, where would we be going? And directly down. Good to know. And so she tells them, she's like, we need to go to Clark County, and they're like, well, or I'm sorry, not Clark County, Salem, because we're really close to Salem, and that's where our home doctor is at. And they're like, well, if we go to Salem, they're probably just gonna panic and send him somewhere up north or down south anyway. So she's like, all right, well, you can take him to Clark Memorial, but you can't take him to Louisville because I don't drive in Louisville. She doesn't drive in Louisville. My mom will not drive in Louisville. It makes her uncomfortable. It makes her uneasy. She doesn't do it. I don't fault her or blame her for that or anything. It's just something she's not comfortable with. And I get it. Driving in Louisville is kind of sketchy. If you don't know the area, it's very high tension driving. The people there, they're assholes. They drive like assholes, and it's very stressful, especially if you're not used to driving in a city. So the ambulance starts leaving, and what the hell did I just wake up? So we're leaving, and like they didn't tell my mother we were leaving. My mom is getting in contact with my dad to let him know what's going on with the situation, and then all of a sudden I'm calling her like, hey, we're going to the hospital, I guess. She's like, oh, okay, I guess I will meet you there. And so she starts heading to the hospital, and then the paramedics get on the phone. And of course, keep in mind, I haven't been like asked about anything or just nothing been discussed with us. The paramedics are just making decisions and doing things, okay? Which on the one hand is kind of their job, at the other hand, like they're administering unwanted medical attention. And I did not ask to be taken anywhere. I did not need to be taken anywhere. And so we're heading out, and of course they've got me like strapped up to stupid like equipment because I bumped my head on the steering wheel, and there was a small laceration, and I was bleeding. And because also my nose was bleeding, but I have like a severe nosebleed problem. I always have. It stems from like my blood pressure or something. I don't know. It's always been a thing ever since I was a little kid. Nothing we ever really think about like that. So I'm bloody, and of course my hair's a mess, and I look a little worse off than I am. But my ribs hurt, and one of my knees hurts. So I am, at least moderately concerned about what's going on. So they take me to the hospital, but on the way to the hospital, they call the hospital and they're like, hey, we have an incoming patient. This is what happened. And the way the crash happened, I hit a patch of gravel in the rain, and I lost control of the car, and I swerved off the side of the road into a tree. Nothing fancy, nothing special, just that happened. So, alright, well, I'm gonna fuck this bird. So we go there, and or no, we don't go there. They call them. Oh, it doesn't reach. It does not have infinite range. Interesting. We'll see what this guy has to say real quick. It's rotting. Everything. Rotting. Yeah, the world is rotting. At least down here. Very earth that Caled rests upon, and Celia, town of sorcery. I've already been through there. So, how the fuck? I guess I can get down around that way, or over that way. Praise the crab? Crab, huh? Okay, I guess I'll keep that in mind. There's a spot down there I can go. Let's see if I can hit him from here with it. Anyway, they tell Clark Memorial what's going on, and Clark Memorial's like, oh, we can't take this patient. We're not equipped. Like, okay, first of all, what the fuck do you mean? Oh, these are those big-ass birds! Except it's not a rotted version that I was farming in Moog's Palace. That's what these are. Ow! You little bastard! Fuck you. Jesus, gave me a fucking heart attack. Charge bless this asshole. Right, so, anyway. They're like, oh yeah, we can't take that patient. You're gonna have to send him to U of L. And I'm like, and of course, they're not telling me anything. I just hear this conversation between the paramedic and the driver, because the paramedic makes a phone call. What the fuck am I looking at? There's something right there I'm gonna have to check out. Yep. Okay, so I just hear the conversation between the lady in the back and the driver up front. And she's like, hey, they're saying send him to U of L. And I'm like, absolutely do not send him to U of L. That's not where we're going. That's not where you were told to go. That's not where my mother goes. And they're like, yeah, well, we're going. Oh, there's a red-eyed demon dog there. They're just like, yeah, well, that's where we're going, so tough shit, more or less. So, luckily, I still have my cell phone on me, and so I call my mom, and I'm like, hey, I just got rerouted to U of L, and they're telling me there's nothing I can do about it. I told them no. They said too bad. So they take me to U of L, and before we even... Okay, by the way my mom handles this is she calls my dad, and he meets her in Clarksville, and so then he drives to U of L, because he drives in Louisville all the time for his job. He is okay with it. So he drives to U of L with her, and they won't even let them come in at the same time. They come in one at a time, which is fucked up, because they have different amounts of information and knowledge and, like, abilities. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom is the organizer, one that keeps track of things, and my dad is like the like, I don't know how to explain it, but they needed to both be there, okay? Like, for my mom's sense of anxiety or something, I don't know, but it was really, really fucked up the way they handled it. And before I even was let in, they made me just sit in, like, in between the inside doors and outside doors, because you know how they have, like, the thing set up. It's like a dodge. Ah, fucking bird, man. So it's like, it's similar to like a decontamination room. That's what it looks like. It looks like a decontamination, but there's no decontamination. It's like just like a little entryway thing. So they make me wait in this entryway for like 15 minutes. And they do all this paperwork, like, you know, new patient paperwork and everything. And then they finally let me in. When they let me in, I don't get a room, okay? They don't give me a room. Instead, what they give me is, instead of a room, they just put me out. Dude, focus on Oleg, please. Thank you, Jesus. Anyway, so they put me in this room. No, they don't put me in this room. They stick me in the hallway. Like, just like in the hallway. And they don't do anything. Like, they come by, they say a bunch of things, but they don't do anything. They don't take any tests, they don't run any numbers, they don't do anything. And like, a few hours go by, and finally this medical student shows up. My runes are up here. And this medical student shows up, and she cleans off my head, and cleans out the wound, and she stitches the wound shut. Right? As, you know, one would do in this situation. Well, after the wound is stitched shut, they wander off again for a little while, and they're gone. And then finally, randomly, some nurse comes and takes me for x-rays on my knee, because I had said that my knee was hurting me. And they x-rayed the wrong fucking knee. And of course, I tell them this, and they're like, okay, well, we're already set up to do this one, so let's just do this one, and then we'll come back and do the other one. Well, they never do come back and do the other one. Hit? No hit. They never do come back and do the other one. What actually ends up happening is, I like that I can change my spells while I'm holding this. But they do that x-ray, and they're like, okay, yeah, everything looks fine. I'm like, yeah, no shit, everything looks fine, because that's not where the injury's at. And it's really stupid. But they put me back in the hallway. Whoa! And I'm like, so how long until I can get the hell out of here? Because I don't want to be here anymore. I have a wedding the next morning, or not next morning, but next day that I'm supposed to be attending. Ooh, get wrecked, asshole. So I can't. I'm running late for this wedding. Of course, we've been here for hours. I'm ruining my parents' evening as we speak with this, and it's just a terrible ordeal. I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I'm cold, I'm uncomfortable, I don't want to be there. And they're like, look, you hit your head, there might be internal bleeding, we have to do a CT before we can discharge you. I was like, okay, do a CT. They were like, well, we can't right now. And the reason they can't is because this building was severely understaffed. Like, so unbelievably, hilariously understaffed, it's not even funny. And they have this really stupid setup where anytime a quote-unquote major trauma comes in, they get sent to room 9. And in room 9, whenever a patient gets sent to room 9, they get, they get a 100% priority, meaning every available doctor goes to them. Please, thank you, turn to Ola. Jesus Christ. So every available doctor is on this room 9 call. Whoops, I ain't mana. And while they're on this call, they obviously don't deal with anything else. And it's like a Friday night, so obviously, and of course in Louisville, so this room is just constantly going off. So I'm never getting any attention from the doctors. They're just consistently ignoring me to go deal with these room 9s. And first of all, I have a couple of points. If you're worried about internal bleeding due to a head injury, that is a very, very, very major thing. That can lead to death in moments or hours, if not moments. It's super, super dangerous. I sat there waiting for a good 3 hours. And then finally, a nurse happened by, and I was like, hey, nurse lady, I'm waiting on my CT. How long on that? And she's like, oh, well, usually results are pretty quick. Let me see if I can call up and ask. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I'm here waiting for a head CT. And she's like, oh, that's not good. Let me find out what's going on. So she goes and finds out, and the reason a head CT has not even been ordered for me yet, because they haven't done blood work for me. They have not done their new patient blood work, and they have to make sure that I'm not going to be allergic to the fucking contrast or the dye in the CT. So they come back and they do my blood work, finally, 3 hours in, after I like got someone's attention, was like, hey, something's seriously not right. Sword of St. Trina. Interesting. Let's check that out in a minute after story time. So, where was I? Right, she does the blood work, and then another hour and a half goes by before finally I'm like, hey lady, I need you to get my doctor because I need to fucking leave. And keep in mind, if I had internal bleeding by this point, I'd have fucking been dead. Like, I've been here for 4.5, 5 hours in the hospital. My parents are coming in to check on me in shifts so that they don't lose their fucking minds. My mom is panicking out in the parking lot. They won't even let her use the bathroom inside, so she has to pee in fucking cups. I should not have said that on the internet, but it's unbelievably fucked up. And that's the town a minute ago that I was at. So I need to go check out this up here, and I also need to figure out how to get down to the tree, which looks like it's going to be around this away. Yeah, it was a super, super fucked up situation. So finally the doctor comes, and he's like, I can't let you leave without a head CT. And I was like, okay, first of all, that's bullshit, because if I really needed a head CT that bad, I would be dead right now. So, yeah, no. Also, there's a big fort there I could check out. Also, that guy's gonna ready to pick a fight with this dog. And there's a Grace right there, so I guess I might as well do it. Shit, man. I'm so easily distracted. Well, I guess I'll help him with the dog. Wow. I would rather kill the dog while they're focused on it. And then I can deal with them after the fact. See? Look, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, where the fuck am I going? Active cave? I don't know, let's go up here. So, he's like, you can't leave without a CT. I'm like, I get that, but also, like, I would have died by now. So, it's really not that relevant. And also, like, I've got stuff to do, man. I have to leave. So, like, how long will I have to wait for a CT? And he's like, there's absolutely no way I can tell you that. I cannot even give you a ballpark reference number. There's Gale. Blood Knight Gale. He's like, there's absolutely nothing I can do to tell you how long you'll be waiting here for a CT. And I'm like, okay, I have to leave. It's against your medical advice, but legally, you cannot keep me here. Give me the forms to sign. I'm leaving. So, he makes a big stink about this, trying to tell me that I can't leave. Before finally, I'm like, dude, I'm fucking leaving. And so he lets me leave. But, like, it's a whole big ordeal, because, like, they're like, threatening me with they're like, if you don't stay, insurance isn't going to pay for any of this, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, whatever, health insurance may not pay for this, that's fine. All you did was blood work anyway, whatever, I'm leaving. So, like, they tried to strong-arm me into staying by threatening my financial situation, which is bullshit to begin with. But, so, the hospital visit itself pissed me off. But then, after the hospital visit, I'm gonna have to extend this into story time part 2, aren't I? I've still got 20 minutes left. After the hospital visit, I'm thirsty. I'm sorry, I can just... Talking this much works up quite the thirst. So anyway, now I have to deal with my auto insurance and my car, right? Which is something completely separate. And, like, after the last time I wrecked a car, the dealing with the auto insurance was really, really stupid and janky, and so we ended up just, let's see what this gonna use a book. Cool. It was a whole big ordeal with the insurance not actually covering, even though it acted like it was gonna cover it. But then, so we had to switch insurance companies, and when we did, we got, like, everything, okay? I mean, everything. We got, like, full coverage times a billion, okay? We got every single possible thing covered. If they offered it, we bought it, okay? I'm talking everything. Everything imaginable under the sun, okay? And, of course, insurance is expensive as shit. But, so we're going through, and I'm dealing with the insurance guy, and I send him pictures of the car, you know, before and after. And he's like, okay, well, we value the car at this much, so we're gonna total it out, and we're gonna issue you a check for this much money. And, you know, if you have any bills or anything, send them to me, let me know. So I'm like, all right, okay, well, here is a tow bill for you. And he's like, all right, well, I can reimburse you for that. So he reimbursed me for the tow bill, which is, just no hassle. He just takes care of it, no problem, whatever. And I'm like, hey, also, the DMV, they require a certificate of compliance. What that is it's a form to the DMV saying that you are financially responsible for any damages you may have caused in the crash. And because we have the super insurance that covers any damages I may have caused in the crash, which is liability insurance is what that is, but we have it, so I tell the claims adjuster, I'm like, hey, the DMV needs a certificate of compliance. He's like, alright, no problem. I can handle that. This looks like a super one. I swear this one's bigger than normal. He's like, yeah, okay, sure. I can take care of that, no problem. And are you gonna spit at me? He's gonna spit at me. I'm just gonna kill you with magic. Screw you, buddy. Magic to the face for you. So he sends that out. And then it comes up, we get the ambulance bill from the Indiana or Washington County Ambulance Department, because that's who sent the ambulance. And first of all, they charged me $400 for mileage after sending me to a hospital I specifically told them not to fucking take me to. Okay, so that's a big deal in and of itself. But also, this ambulance, I did not ask for, I did not call for, I did not want, I did not need, I did not ask them to take me anywhere. Nor did they listen to any of the instruction or commands that I gave them. And that's a lot of bullshit. And just sending the ambulance out was $1,100. So I get this $1,500 ambulance bill for an ambulance I never wanted, needed, nor called. And I send it to the insurance because, according to the insurance that we have, it covers that. And my claims adjuster responds with, no, we don't cover that. So I'm like, okay, well, that's fucked up. Let me see what's going on here. And so what I end up doing is I have my dad, because my dad is the holder on the policy, I just pay for the portion of it that I use. Like, I pay for the difference in the policy that my car being added made to the insurance bill. So I pay my own insurance. It's just on their policy, so it's not obscenely expensive. And alright, well, that was convenient. So he calls them, and the lady on the other end of the line is like, hey, what's up? And he's like, so all this happened, and we were told this. And the lady's like, alright, well, let me check your policy, and we will see. And the thing that, I don't have the text anymore, unfortunately, because I did not foresee this being a fucking problem. I should have. I could go to Verizon and get the text. I might have to, and fucking take this to court or some shit, because this is ridiculous. But the insurance adjuster tells me, he's like, you don't have, auto, or you don't have medical coverage. You don't have medical bill coverage. And the claims lady that we're talking to is like, oh yeah, you totally do. I'm like, okay, well, someone's dicking me around here. Nice, grace site. Is this back to the beginning? No. Yes? Maybe? Is a section of the beginning I never bothered to check? So she's like, yeah, you totally have that. So I tell the claims adjuster, I'm like, hey, my dad needs, first my dad tries, I give my dad the claims guy's number, and my dad tries to call him, and what is in there? Is that another falling star beast? Can I rock sling you? Magma worm. So my dad attempts to call the guy, and he's like, oh, holy shit. That did not do that much damage. Oh, it's magma. I've fought one of these before. he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Or no, actually, he doesn't say anything. I'm like, hey, he doesn't respond to my father. I'm like, hey. I'm like, hey, my father needs to talk to you as soon as possible regarding some questions about the claim. And he never does respond to me ever. He becomes completely unresponsive in the matter altogether. I'm gonna fucking die to this guy. And he never does respond to me. Never does. He won't answer his phone when I call him. He won't respond to texts. He becomes completely unreachable after this nonsense goes down where he tells me it's not covered and then the insurance lady tells me it is. So eventually I just get an email from Progressive telling me that, oh, you know what? Oh, I don't have the FP to... Oh, actually, I do have the FP to cast it. There you go. Fuck you. Eventually, I get a message from... an email from the insurance... I got a Dragonheart. And Moonveil! Nice, that's like a great dex weapon or something. Like, supposed to be super great. Glad to have it. But I get this email telling me that the claim has been closed out. Which is bullshit because he has stopped all correspondence with me. There's no way this should be going down like this. This is fucking ridiculous. But, so ooh, shit. That counts as a teleport. I might as well go ahead and rest. Where the fuck is the grace at? Where the fuck am I going? Let's see, I can just go here. Oh wait, rear entrance. What? Am I still underground? Shit. Fuck it. Go here. Go through Summonwater Village. That'll work. So yeah, the claim gets closed out. And so the ambulance bill, I fill out the insurance information. And I send it back to the insurance people, the ambulance people. And they file the claim with the insurance. And the insurance just fucking ignores them too. And so now 45 days later, after this has all gone down, I get a message from, first of all, I get a message from the fucking, what's it called? The ambulance people like, hey, your insurance never responded to us. If they gave you the money, please send that our way. The insurance did not give me the money. It never hit my account. I have bank statements that show that it never hit my account. They never paid me. They never paid the insurance company either. They never paid the ambulance company either. But beyond that, like, first of all, it's bullshit that they didn't pay it because that's supposed to be covered under our policy. But it's also bullshit that the ambulance bill was ever a fucking thing because I didn't call the ambulance and they didn't do what I fucking told them to do. This is about to be a fight. Okay. And Tarnished Eater, huh? That was just super bullshit. Okay, alright, okay. Alright, I'm gonna fucking pierce your ass. How about that? So that was just a super bullshit encounter. And now I'm sitting here with this $1,500 ambulance bill that never should have had, never should have had to pay, regardless of it existing. And I get a letter from the DMV stating that the certificate of compliance was never sent, and so now my license has fucking been suspended. And that is just the ultimate bullshit I've ever experienced in my entire life. And like, maybe I'm off base here, but I feel like this whole thing has just been nonsense and none of it ever should have happened. And I'm really, really mad about it. I'm really, really, really upset about this whole entire thing going down the way it has. And like, part of me wants to just call the insurance company and see if they will handle it, but I can't call because I'm not the policyholder. I have none of the real power. My dad has to call, but also I have to be on the call because I'm the one that had the accident, so I'm like the one on the claim. And I'm just really frustrated and like, part of me wants to get a lawyer and take him to court because this is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit, man. And it's just really, really frustrating and upsetting. And I feel like my father doesn't understand why I'm agitated, and that annoys me even more. But I'm really happy to at least be able to sit here and scream all of this out. It does make me feel a lot better. So this has been a very productive session. And if nothing else, this session proves without a doubt that as long as I stay focused and have something to talk about, I can easily maintain commentary over this game. Like, yeah, the game is very intriguing, I guess is the word. It draws me in. What am I shooting here? It's just a guardian. It draws me in. It makes me want to talk about it. It makes me want to think about it. It makes me want to focus on it. But if I do have something going on, I can talk over this game and successfully play it. Like, I did well there. I fought a boss. I cheated a little bit, but I fought a boss. I got through some tough areas. I handled some tough shit. Yeah, I had to pause commentary for a moment so that I could focus on the combat, but that's really not that bad. And so the main thing about me maintaining commentary is just maintaining commentary and not getting distracted by the game. Because I get distracted by the game and I get drawn into the wonder and the awe of it. I did not need to heal. I did not mean to heal. I wanted to drink that and this. Alright, and he is just a-coming. So let's just pummel his ass. This is another putrid avatar. I'm gonna run away. Just run back up the hill. This is fine. 3. Oh. 4. Out. And a 5. Easy win. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. I want to talk about the game. I want to talk about the fights that are going on. I forget. Do I have to pick those up or do they just go in my inventory? They just go in my inventory. I got Green Burst and Flame Shrouding. Interesting. We got the Great Jar over there, but I believe unreachable from here. I'm glad the giant's not shooting at me. That would be really unfair. It's fine. I've already dealt with the Great Jar. I got his. I killed his minions. I got his toy. Get whatever the hell this is. Probably just like a freaking rune arc or something. Ah, it's a cracked pot. Wow, it's almost equally as useless. Like, the fire bombs were super great early game. I was super happy to have them. And maybe this is my own fault. Maybe it's an over-leveling thing. But in the late game, they're really just not impressive, and I'm not happy to get them anymore. Because, like, I don't need them. Oh, hey, we got a dungeon that we can finish this off with. Hell yeah. That's actually pretty cool. Minor Erdtree Catacombs. I actually forgot this was here, but yeah, the guy totally pointed to it. I have 10 minutes to handle this catacombs. Totally enough time to get it. Absolutely. Also, do I have... No, I do not have an extra spell slot right now, because I put the Comet in it. And the Comet's actually been doing me pretty good. Do I have anything? No, not really, because those are all incantations. I don't really want to use incantations. I got these in the last one, but I know where I can get new things now. It's roughly... Let's see, if I remember correctly, according to the map, it's like somewhere in this area, I believe. Probably right there, actually. It's probably literally that. It's a different Dragon Cathedral. And I am going to have to wrap up this session after this episode, because I do have people coming home now, and I'm going to have to clean the kitchen and such. Ow! Bastard. Super bastard. I told him to put the light on. And, yeah, I do have some things going on this evening that I'm going to have to deal with. But yeah, I'm very, very agitated about the way just that whole thing was handled. It was just very, very stupid. And yeah, I'm glad to have talked it out and gotten that out of my system. Seek down, but be wary of enemy. Interesting. Try fire. What is this? Just a bunch of slimes? Woo! Oh shit, this is rotting. This is rotting. This is rotting. That's rot. That is rot. Alright, well, you know what? Try fire, fine. Alright, it's pretty effective. This is a pretty good return on my investment. I'll give you that much. How's the comic shard do? Okay, yeah, they are significantly more resilient. Oh, I mean, actually, not really. It still takes 2 hits. Fuck you, dude. Fucking throw shit at me. Asshole. Oh, get wrecked, bitch. And see, now, I've kind of fallen off. I don't really have much else to say at the moment. Aeonian Butterfly, I still don't know what those are for. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say currently because I've exhausted my topic for the episode. Honestly, I expected my story time to take up the entire thing, but it did not. And that is somewhat strange to me. Also, I'd suggest maybe, or I suspect, yes, there's totally a something beneath. We'll see if that's separate from this or if that's where I actually have to go. Right now, I'm regarding that as I discovered a secret, and I will check out the secret later. Ow! Let's dodge that and get a heal going. That was very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Whoa, 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 whoa. You fucking lunatic. These little stone sword goblin things are dangerous, man. They're one of the only enemies that I actually am genuinely fearful of in the game because they're just fucking lunatics, man. They are lunatics. They will ambush the shit out of you and just chop your fucking head off. Do not give a shit. Scary. Oh my god! Scary creatures. Scary creatures, these goblins, man. Jesus Christ. Tell me there's not another one? Really telling me there's not another goblin? Okay. Heavy door opened. Over there somewhere. So yeah, the fact that my commentary has significantly dropped off after I no longer have something to talk about, because I'm no longer focusing on anything, and that leads me to focus on the game, so it stands to reason if I give myself a talking prompt for each episode and actually stick to it rather than allowing the game to distract me from it, oh shit, then I will be able to maintain much better commentary throughout my episodes. So I am gonna, I know I mentioned doing this once earlier before, but I am going to try again and try harder this time to maintain that sense of, I'm not sure what it's a sense of exactly, but I'm just going to try a little bit harder to maintain the ability, I guess, to run away. No, I'm gonna try and commit harder to the idea of a talking prompt in such that it will preserve my ability to maintain crabs. Interesting. Because that will allow me to maintain better commentary throughout the videos. And, ow! Fucking bitch! Allow me to get less easily distracted by things such as, well, the game, for example. And that's not to say that I'm never going to talk about the happenings in the game again. No, it just means that I'm going to focus less on just blindly talking about the game and more about trying to actually run a good, legitimate commentary. And this is the exit, which means I actually have to go back through the rot and check out what's up that ladder, unfortunately. If I catch rot, it's not really that big of a deal because I can cure the rot, but I didn't catch it because I'm a badass like that and I just know how to time things oh so perfectly. That's okay. My god, I am parched. I might as well stop the timer because I know one way or another either enter this cave or die on the boss, and I'm gonna have to reevaluate things because I will be out of time for the episode. And that is a goblin right there. A goblin right here, trying to pose as a pretend goblin because he's a little bastard. Oh my god, fucking goblins, dude. At the very least, I do appreciate the fact that I'm overpowered. And oh, also, I did do a little bit of research. Imp head wolf, interesting. And as far as that research goes, I know a little bit about Celivis's quest now because mostly I was looking up where to find Nephili so that I could do that quest because I thought it was related to Ronnie's quest, which I looked up simply because I want that one to be my recorded ending. it's the secret one, so I want to show it off in the playthrough, and then I can get the other ones in my own time and when I'm just enjoying the game for fun. Because I don't record New Game Plus stuff really unless it's I've already done the new game, and so the only, oh shit. Woo! And so then the only thing for me to do is the plus. But let's be real. If you read spoiler warning, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Ow! Little Rotman, I did not even see you. So like omega spoiler alert here. But if you oh shit. If you read the description of Celephus' potion, it already sounds ominous. It's like a milky black liquid of unknown origin that he insists you make Nephili drink. And what it kills her. It kills her. As one would expect from a suspicious black liquid. You know what I'm saying? Like, this really comes as no surprise to anybody. We're going to go ahead and pop Oleg out here, because I love Oleg. And then we're actually going to go, oh shit. Alright. Well, you're going to handle him. I'm going to handle this one. Oh, wait, no? Okay, hang on. I can full moon these guys. Hell yeah, this is going to be great. Boom! Alright, Comet's going to be much faster, though, because it's going to pierce them. Oh, shit. I got fucked up. I'll try that one more time, because that's going to be a super easy fight. If I can just get back through the dungeon to them again. And I remember how to get to them. Oh, Stake America before the door. Stake America before the door. Stake America before the door, baby. Yes! Fucking vindication. Alright, so let's see here. We pop this, and then we spam Oleg as soon as we get in the door. Oleg goes over there. I run over here. I think the moon might actually debuff enemy resistances to attacks, by the way. Oleg seems to, by default, take enemy oh shit. Why do you care about me now, you bitch? Yeah, I think the moon debuffs enemy magic resistance. Oh, Oleg died. Oleg got his ass beat. But now this guy's gonna get his ass beat. And he's dead. Okay, easy fight. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, give me a good ash. Mad Pumpkinhead! Fuck yeah! What level are you? What level are you, my guy? You are shit tier, but awesome. Same time, I'm definitely gonna check it out. But yeah. So Celephus' potion, it kills Nephili, is what it does, and after it kills her, it turns her into an eternal puppet slave to him, which is really, really fucked up when you think about it. The only like unique reward for this is that you get access to her spirit ashes, and I do want that just for the collection of it. So I may forego Nephili's quest on this one so that I can get those ashes. I may wait and get the ashes later because, you know, they're probably not that strong and I probably don't really need them, and I may do that. There's a lot of different things you can do with the potion. I'm probably just going to do the cutesy way to avoid giving it to Nephili so that you don't have to be a douche and still get access to buying Celephus' spells, because they are pretty neat. But that concludes this episode and story time. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for checking out this episode. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now. Alright everybody, we're going to go ahead and pause it here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It really does help. You can also check out twitter.com/snowflake for when videos come out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.